Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and here in hosting the event, IIT Guwahati, STEC, Nectar, ISST, we are working together to make it successful. Our Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Climate Change, Assam, he will join us at any time. He is on the way. But we are now starting the valedictory function. We are very happy to have with us respected Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Sri S. Chandrasekhar. We also have with us Professor T.G. Sitaram, Director, IIT Guwahati, Dr. Devapriya Datta, Advisor, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Dr. Vinita Srivastava, Advisor, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Dr. Ashish Kumar Mukherjee, Director, IASST, and Madam Kimni Changsan, Director, Assam Science, Technology and Environment Council. We are taking this opportunity to welcome the respected Secretary, Science and Technology. I request Director STEC to kindly welcome respected Secretary with a traditional muffler and bouquet. Thank you. Thank you. So we are starting the proceedings in the valedictory function with the remarks on this 2 days event by Director IIT Guwahati, Professor T.G. Sitaram. I request Professor T.G. Sitaram to deliver his remarks.
Namaskar. Very good afternoon to all of you. A warm welcome to this closing function of the 2-day National Conclave on the Science and Technology Empowerment of Tribal Community. This we all organized it at IIT Guwahati to commemorate the Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, National Tribal Day celebrations in a very collaborative way. That's a very interesting of this entire event. Sri Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, Secretary DST, Government of India, Advisor, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Dr. Vinita Srivastava, Dr. Devapriya Datta, Scientist G, DST, Dr. Kimni Changsan, Director, STEC, Government of Assam, and our Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare from Government of Assam is going to be here soon, Sri Keshab Mahanta Ji. All the organizing committee members and officials of the STEC, IASST, Nectar, Vigyan Prasar, DST, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, and all our colleagues from IIT Guwahati, staff and students as well. And there were many participants from universities, colleges, schools, including students. So I again warm welcome to all of them for this closing function, and also the exhibitors who did a tremendous job during this 2-day event. With immense pleasure, I take this opportunity to welcome all of them to this closing function. But we have already seen the crowd is thinning down. We had the full hall during the inaugural, and now we have very few left in the campus, in the auditorium. So on behalf of the organizing institutes, I'm very thankful to DST and all the organizations for choosing Assam as the venue for hosting this conclave, and in particular IIT Guwahati. This event was held for 2 days, that is yesterday and today, 11th and 12th. And my personal behalf, I feel that this 2-day event, wherein large number of products were displayed by the tribal community in the exhibition, and also the science and technology wings of many states who are here for these exhibitions. And I congratulate everyone. This region, particularly, Assam, is truly a diverse with multi-ethnic groups residing in harmony with each other since centuries. And we all are about to witness this very rich cultural diversity in the coming days as well. Our nation's economic growth depends on our capacity to educate, innovate, and build. Long-term national investments in basic and applied research and development definitely play an important role in the flow of market-based innovations through a complex system that leverages of the combined talents of scientists and engineers, entrepreneurs, business managers, and industrialists belonging to all sects and tribes. Here, I would like to mention the kind of innovations we saw in the exhibition definitely play an important role, and I think with some more improvements to their products, this could be a very good addition for the India's growth story. Investment in R&D is not the only factor that affects the rate of and capacity for the innovation. So innovation, the grassroots innovation is the key. So as a result, the economies that have consistently high levels of innovation also tend to have high levels of growth. So we need to really make this very inclusive, including the tribal communities. So to become the 5 trillion economy, it's very essential to make R&D as part of our education, and that is exactly the National Education Policy 2020 as emphasized. Transformative innovation is more likely when basic research leads to quantum steps in expanding knowledge, or through synergies when progress in multiple areas of science and technology complement each other to provide new composite capabilities. This conclave of 2-day conclave on science and technology empowerment of tribal community was well thought of and given glimpse of the capabilities of the tribal people. A conference of this nature would not only bring greater awareness about the field, but also enhance the research potential of the tribal people in the region, and also give the livelihoods for them if science and technology is embedded into their innovations and their products. I'm sure that you enjoyed our campus, a beautiful campus. This is the right time to visit IIT Guwahati. Okay, very nice weather and also clean air, that particularly those who are coming from Delhi and other areas will feel a great difference. Okay, it's a beautiful campus, particularly for walking in the evenings and the mornings. So I hope you enjoyed the last 2 days doing that. And I would like to also say that this event had several special lectures, exhibition, hosted panel discussions, and also the Vice Chancellor's meeting and panel discussions on the topic of science and technology, empowerment of the tribal community. And this event was definitely aligned with our institute's mission to provide technological solution for challenges faced by this diverse population of this region. Assam and Northeast has many tribal people, and as I told in the inaugural function, even our student community, we have close to about 700 ST students out of 8,000 students. So which is a very large number, almost close to 10%. So as a larger part of various initiatives and the big vision of the Honorable Prime Minister of India for Jai Vignan, Jai Anusandhan, we are working towards making a social impact through technological interventions, providing developmental solutions in niche areas, and enhancing life quality through various activities at our departments, schools, and center. This being only IIT in the Northeast, in the 8 states of the Northeastern states, I think we have more responsibilities, and that's what even emphasized by one Honorable President during her visit on 13th of October to our campus. So before I end, I would also like to mention about what we can learn from the tribal community, which I feel is being advertised and is being widely propagated to be implemented on a global scale. The tribal community has been living a peaceful life in harmony with nature and preserving it in a sustainable manner over centuries. Thus, it is very necessary to look up to the existing knowledge and practices of these communities and preserve them, or maybe even improve them, to upgrade them and bring the innovations to the forefront. So this event, one of the essential points that this language barrier has segregated them from the rest of the society. So as I told in my inaugural speech, the Center for Linguistic Science and Technology at IIT Guwahati has done tremendous work in recording, and because many of these languages doesn't have script, okay, so it is voice-based, efforts were being done by our scientists and researchers, which is really good way to take it to the next level. Through such conferences, we should expose research students and faculty to open innovation, which are local and historical. To make this happen, collaborations is the key with the tribal people. And this event, that's what it's brought about. See, we thank DST, in particular the institution like IISST and Aztec and Nectar and IIT Guwahati brought many, these kind of entrepreneurial tribal people into our campus, and we could witness their products and their ideas. So this will actually be a sort of a learning lesson for our faculty and students. So we need to consider offering these kind of opportunities for our faculty and students who will involve in tribal related research and bring out their innovations and modify them to concurrent times, and this will bring value to the products and as processes as well. And we witnessed that as well. Actually, many tea varieties, the newer ones, have been brought out in the exhibitions. So we need to train students in design thinking of these tribal practices and innovations so that we can also present them very elegantly and effectively. Lastly, I would like to mention that the major contribution of the tribal community to the freedom movement and nation building in the past 75 years cannot be belittled. Their effort was tremendous, and we all have so much to learn from them and lead a life in a sustainable way, utilizing natural resources to the minimum and conserve, preserve, and restore the natural way of living in harmony. Hearty congratulations to the organizers, including IIT Guwahati, and warm wishes to all the participants who are still present in this closing function. I once again thank the distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais for making it to this closing function, and we would love to hear from them, their views and also their ideas in this event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for nicely presenting the glimpses of different activities of this two-day event. You have mentioned about the level of innovation at the grassroots level, then the language barrier where our science and technology can play a very big role. Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to request respected Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, to kindly deliver this speech.
आप सभी को डीएसटी की तरफ से नमस्कार। जो हमारे महिलाएं और जो ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी के इस एग्जीबिशन को सक्सेस बनाए, वो सबको हमारा हार्दिक नमस्कार। डीएसटी का ये मौका है कि हम आप सबसे मिलजुलने का एक अवसर मिला हम सब लोगों को, और दत्ता जी और डीएसटी की तरफ से सब लोग आप लोगों की तरह आमंत्रित किए कि आपके जो भी प्रोडक्ट्स है हमें दिखाएं और हम उसको ग्लोबल प्रोडक्ट बनाएं। जैसा कि आईआईटी डायरेक्टर ने बोला आप सब लोगों को, जो हम पैकेजिंग करते प्रोडक्ट का उसका बहुत महत्वपूर्ण होता है कि वो बिकने के लिए भी। जब हम आज सब एग्जिबिट में देखने के लिए गए थे, हमें लगा कि जो प्रोडक्ट तो बहुत अच्छे बने, लेकिन उसका पैकेजिंग का तो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंस देना पड़ेगा हम सबको। जो हमारे स्टेट काउंसिल्स के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स आए हैं इधर, मैं देख रहा हूँ मध्य प्रदेश के, तेलंगाना के, केरला के, तमिलनाडु के और बाकी स्टेट्स के, मेरा विनती है लोगों को है कि वो जो अभी अपने महिलाओं से और जो भी अपने प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हो लोगों के मिलजुल के प्रोडक्ट को कैसा पैक करें, वो सिखाने का बहुत आवश्यक है। उसे वो प्रोडक्ट को नॉट ओनली दुनिया में, लेकिन पूरा नॉट ओनली देश में बट पूरा दुनिया में भी इसको बिकने का असर मिलेगा। आज एक यंग गर्ल ने उसका एक चॉकलेट दिखाई हमारे को, और उसने पैकेज ऐसा किया कि जो ऑलरेडी मार्केट में एग्जिस्टिंग चॉकलेट है उसका ही कुछ नकल किया, उसका थोड़ा देखने में डब्बा और वो पैकेजिंग पूरा वो देखना पड़ेगा वेदर पैकेजिंग उसका कुछ पेटेंट है या ट्रेडमार्क कुछ है कि हम उसका तोड़ रहे हैं, वरना फिर हमें लीगल की प्रॉब्लम भी हो सकती है उसमें। तो मैं हमारे स्टेट काउंसिल से यही विनती करता हूँ कि वो सब जो भी प्रोडक्ट आज दिखाए 40-50 जो अपने टेक्नोलॉजी दिखाने के लिए इस आईआईटी गुवाहाटी के कैंपस में उपस्थित हुए हैं, वो सब हमारे काउंसिल से मिलजुल के और प्रोडक्ट को आगे ले जाने के लिए जो भी मदद चाहिए हमारा डीएसटी की तरफ से, हम आपको आश्वास देते हैं कि हम आप सबको जो भी मदद चाहिए, ये टेक्नोलॉजी की या फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट चाहिए आपको, और मार्केट में आपको कनेक्ट करने के लिए कुछ बिजनेस स्कूल्स की कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा आप लोगों को, जो भी आपको चाहिए हमारा डिपार्टमेंट से संपर्क करिए और हम आप सबको वो कोऑपरेट करेंगे। On behalf of DST, I also would like to thank IIT Guwahati for giving us an opportunity, a platform to work here closely in this wonderful auditorium. I'm sure all of you had the hospitality of DST friends, the state councils, and of course IIT faculty who try to help you to make your stay comfortable. It's not easy to take care of all of you with comfort, but if any mistakes have happened, let us know that in the future events, we'll make sure that your stay and your exhibits will get larger importance. Also, मैं एक बोलना चाहता हूँ आप सबसे कि जो आपने प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं वो आपका छोटा रीजन से ही वो मार्केट चल रहा है उधर, उसको स्केल अप करने के लिए अगर आप एक मशीन बनाएं उसको 10 कैसे बनाएं, फिर 1000 कैसे बनाएं, फिर 1 लाख कैसे बनाएं, वो भी आप सोचना है आगे जाते समय। ऑल्सो आपका जो प्रोडक्ट बनता है वो प्रोडक्ट का क्वालिटी, अगर उसका BSA स्टैंडर्ड का कुछ लोगो मिल गया, उसका ISA स्टैंडर्ड का कुछ लोगो मिल गया आपको, उससे बिकने में भी आसान होगा प्रोडक्ट का। हमारी जो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स के भी ऑफिसर्स भी इधर उपस्थित हैं, वो भी आपका मदद करेंगे, जो भी DST की तरफ से और मोटा की तरफ से, और जो साइंटिफिक रिसर्च कम्युनिटी इधर है, IIT के फैकल्टी हो, हमारा DST के साइंटिस्ट हो, आप ज़रूर संपर्क में रहे हमारे साथ, और हम आप जितना भी आपको सहयोग चाहिए हमारे तरफ से, हमारा एक ही इच्छा है कि ये दिवस जो हम मना रहे हैं जो ट्राइबल वेलफेयर कम्युनिटी के लिए, वो इतना आगे बढ़ा कि ये सब लोग, हम लोग सोचते हैं कि खाली हाईटेक कंपनीज यूनिकॉर्न बनते हैं कि वो 2000 करोड़ 5000 करोड़ 7000 करोड़ की कमाई करते हैं, लेकिन आप जो प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं हाथ से, जो हैंडमेड प्रोडक्ट का भी इतना डिमांड होता है ग्लोबली। हम देखते हैं जो सेंट बनती हैं पेरिस में, या जो प्रोडक्ट बनते हैं हैंड से, आज हम रोल्स रॉयस कार देखते हैं कि एवरी पार्ट इज़ मेड विथ हैंड। सो जो हाथ से बनते हैं उसके प्राइस भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, तो आप भी इसका फ़ायदा उठा के ये मीटिंग का आप आगे बढ़ने का हमारा यही विनती है। आप सबको धन्यवाद। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir, for your kind presence and presenting a vision for the empowerment of tribal community. Thank you, sir. So we are now coming to the next agenda. We have with us Dr. Vinita Srivastava, Advisor, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India. I request Madam to kindly deliver her speech.
Namaskar.
We are very happy that Honorable Minister of Science, Technology and Climate Change has joined us in this evening. I request our Director IISST kindly to felicitate our Honorable Minister. Oh, this. Right. May I now request Director Estate to kindly felicitate Director IIT Guwahati. Okay. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Namaskar. Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, Government of Assam, respected Secretary Saab over here from DST Department, Director IIT and other dignitaries on the dais. So it has been a pleasure that we all are here gathered for a science conclave. Just imagine, tribal conclave and science conclave, two separate things but has been combined together. अपने आप में एक बहुत सुखद अनुभव रहा. And as a part of celebration of जनजातीय गौरव दिवस, Department of Science and Technology has organized this, जो अपने आप में एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण कदम था. पहली बार ऐसा सराहनीय कदम भारतवर्ष में उठाया गया है, पहली बार. This is something great to know about it, कि किस तरह से ये सराहनीय कदम में उसके पीछे मंशा क्या थी. मंशा ये थी कि हम किस तरह जनजातियों को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं, किस तरह उनकी जो सोच है, जो सोच और समझ उनकी जो है वो सब तक कैसे पहुंची जाए. इसकी एक नई जो चैप्टर जोड़ा डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी ने, बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट काम था. जब मैं कल कम्युनिटी के लोगों से मिल रही थी और बहुत सारी चीज़ें, क्योंकि ये मेरा पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस रहा कि मैंने जब कम्युनिटी का वो सेशन एग्री किया तो देखा कि कितनी नई चीज़ें आज ईजाद हुई हैं और इतनी नई चीज़ों का जिनकी हमें जानकारी तक नहीं. इवन मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स डजंट नो अबाउट दोज थिंग्स. सो इन सब ईजादों को अगर हम देखें कि साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी ने किस तरह इसको आगे बढ़ाया और किस तरह मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स के ज़रिए इसको एक नई मंजिल दी जा सकती है, उस पर बहुत बेहतर काम किया जा सकता है. ये टेक्निकल सेशंस जितने भी थे, उन्होंने एक ट्राइबल कम्युनिटीज़ को बताया कि किस तरह के प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं, किस तरह मोटा सपोर्ट करता है, किस तरह से डीएसटी सपोर्ट करता है, किस तरह लाइवलीहुड मिशन सपोर्ट करता है. ये सारी जानकारियाँ इन सेशंस में मिल पाई, जो अपने आप में फिर एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बात थी. क्योंकि मैंने जब लोगों से डील किया, मैंने कम्युनिटी से बात की, तो उन्होंने बताया कि मैडम हमें जानकारी भी नहीं थी, बट आज इस डीएसटी के कॉन्क्लेव की वजह से ये सब जानकारी हमारी जनजातीय लोगों तक पहुंची और ये साथ ही साथ उनके करियर में, उनके हमारे रिसर्च वर्क में, सभी में महत्वपूर्ण साबित होगी. देखा जाए तो बेसिकली एसटीआई सॉल्यूशंस की बात हुई, जो मैंने कल एक ड्रोन देखा जो मैपिंग कर सकता था, लैंड मैपिंग की बात हो रही थी। ये कितना सुखद अनुभव है कि ये जो आज तक की तारीख में हमारे पर ये जो संभव हो नहीं पा रहा था, लैंड मैपिंग नहीं थी हमारे पास, स्पेशली रिमोट हार्ड टू रीच एरियाज में, उन पे हम लैंड मैपिंग कर सकते हैं। काफ़ी इस तरह के R&D बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट्स थे जिनको मुझे देखने का लगा कि जो लोकल कम्युनिटीज़ की रिक्वायरमेंट थी। सो दिस वॉज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। और जहाँ तक मैं जानती हूँ, मैंने कल आईसैट से डील किया, जो उन्होंने गिरी पोषण बनाया। गिरी पोषण वॉज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट जो हैदराबाद में, तेलंगाना में शुरू हुआ, और उसको आज रेप्लिकेट करने में जब मैंने आज सुबह असम सेक्रेटरी साहब से बात की तो ही सेड कि व्हाई नॉट टू स्टार्ट इट हियर। और ये यहाँ स्टार्ट होने की बात, ये आज ही आगाज़ हुआ है कि असम गवर्नमेंट जो है इसको अगले 2 महीने में इसको नए एक क्रियाकलाप दे देगी, और अगले 2 महीने में हम ये प्रोग्राम यहाँ पे भी शुरू कर सकेंगे। इसी तरह से कल मानस, जो मुझे लगा कि एक मानस पार्क की बात हो रही थी कि बोडो जाति के लोगों ने कैसे उनको मतलब प्रोत्साहित करके उनको एक नई दिशा दी, वो अपने आप में एक बहुत सराहनीयपूर्ण कार्य था। मैं केवल एक ही बात जानना, बहुत सारी चीज़ें मेरी जानकारी में आई, और इस DST प्रोग्राम की वजह से एक नई पहल जो शुरू हुई है भारत सरकार की ओर से, मैं बस इतना ही कहना चाहूँगी कि यहाँ पे ये एक रास्ता खुला है, और इस रास्ते को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स तो टोटली तत्पर है। और आगे आपको जितनी भी आवश्यकताएं हैं, आप DST के साथ, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स के साथ, इवन पंचायती राज के साथ, एग्रीकल्चर के साथ, सभी जगह आप अपनी इन अनुरूप व्यवस्थाओं के अनुसार आप इनको प्रपोजल्स को दे सकते हैं। हर जगह जनजातीय को आगे बढ़ाने का कार्य किया जा रहा है, चाहे वो पंचायती राज हो, कल्चर डिपार्टमेंट हो, चाहे वो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ट्राइबल अफेयर्स हो, DST हो, WCD हो, सब जगह इस तरह की महत्वपूर्ण स्कीम्स चल रही हैं जहां पे आपको संभवतः पूरी तरह से सहयोग किया जाएगा। मैं इसी सब शब्दों के साथ अपनी वाणी को विराम देती हूँ और बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ, क्योंकि मेरे लिए एक बहुत अच्छी शिक्षाप्रद, मैं अपनी ही बात करूँ तो जो सबके लिए तो थी, बट हम लोग के लिए भी एक बहुत शिक्षाप्रद पहल थी जिसको सीख के हम लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं और एक नया रूप, एक नया आगाज भारतवर्ष को दे सकते हैं। थैंक यू सो मच। नमस्कार।
Thank you, madam, for your kind remarks and laying the strategy for future course of action to empower the tribal community during the entire process of planning of this event. You have been with us, and I think your comments and suggestions has enriched our entire planning process. Thank you, madam. Now I request Advisor DST, Dr. Devopriya Datta, to kindly sum up this today's event and also present the strategies and recommendations of this today's conclave for the benefit of the.
Can you just put it? Yeah, I think, can you just put the, ये थोड़ा वो, हाँ, अगला बार, अच्छा नहीं, adjustability, I can use it, yeah. So, माननीय मंत्री महोदय, साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, आसाम गवर्नमेंट, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Professor Sitaram, the Director of the IIT Guwahati, who has hosted us here, Dr. Mukherjee, Director IST, and Dr. Vinita Srivastava and Madam Kiman. So I think just quickly, I will take 5 minutes to, the brief view about that we had a, this tracks and the sessions during these two days, the roundtable discussions of the Vice Chancellors. This is the first time 7 Vice Chancellors were there. Strengthening institutional capacity, SNT infrastructure in the empowerment of the tribal community, role of the scheduled tribes cell, science and technology innovation hubs and women technology for the development of the tribal welfare, and the role of Nectar in the STI capacity building of the tribals, and the strengthening the human capacity at the community level as well as the individual level. The knowledge system strengthening for the tribal women, for the tribal welfare, for the science for tribal welfare, and the technology for the tribal welfare, and the different predominant livelihood-centric technology for the tribal, the life. And also, I think we have the science communications in local language sessions, the sessions on Changemakers Conclave, exhibitions, and the chapels. So what is the recommendations which has come out? I just want to, bring to your notice that out of the roundtable discussions of the vice chancellors, and very important recommendations came that there should be a establishment of a National Tribal Science and Technology Council, because it was discussed that the way of the science and technology we do in the mainstream, this tribal science and technology needs to have a different type of considerations which is around the priority of their life and livelihood. So that these are the, the issues and the research issues pertaining to the predominant livelihood, tribal language science communications, the IPR aspects of the tribal knowledge, the research projects on tribal related issues, and the promotion of community oriented research. And then we discussed about the promoting a transdisciplinary or interdisciplinary interinstitutional approach among the tribal university. So as a result, the impact at the systemic level will be proper channelization of the resources, effective identification and redressals of the gap areas. Out of the, the capacity building, the sessions, one important recommendations came out that there should be a postdoctoral fellowships program with their 50% to be reserved for the ST women in basic applied professional courses for the unemployed SNT researchers, which could be named as in Visa Munda, the postdoctoral fellowships. And the best performing higher secondary students of tribal community should be provided an opportunity to interact with the science and technology icons of India to attract them to pursue career in science and engineering. A systemic approach needs to be approached rather than a thematic based area solutions, because the thematic based are mainly for the inquisitive driven research, and the livelihood system issues should be given a priority. Common portal containing the database of all the livelihood related technologies for the the tribal community should be made available and should be developed and made available. Predominant livelihood system mapping should be done. Holistic solutions into the multi-dimensional poverty, like the different aspects which starts from the health, nutrition, energy requirement, water requirement, income generations should be taken. Locally appropriate technologies developed under DST and other sources can be upscaled through the welfare projects of the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Linking the viable products developed under this project through the entrepreneurial activity of TriFed, like today's Secretary Sir was talking about that, taking this forward. TriFed can be one way of the the tribal products to take forward. Our Honorable our Union Minister, Ministry of State, Dr. Singh has announced the accelerated development of particularly vulnerable tribal groups of special program. And here, this experimentations of the research and development for the livelihood priority issues of the PVTGs of the particularly vulnerable tribal groups. So we will take it up soon. We will launch the call after returning to Delhi. So this was in summary, in the crux that which was discussed about, and these are the follow-up points. We can. I'm not saying it as an Guwahati declarations, because when you say declarations, then the pressure come on us. But this is the Guwahati learning, and we develop, and we are we believe like this will be the building block on which the future the tribal centric SNT the ecosystem will develop, where not only the scientific and the institutions will work for their development, but will learn from them. Because the last program what we did it and from the the community change makers and the community the response from the communities, that gives us an idea that we must understand that the total, like when it comes for the SNT empowerment for the tribal community, we must understand their knowledge systems and try to empower that through or improve through the formal the SNT systems. Thank you very much for all of you to be with us, and to in these 2 days of this first time that this SNT conclave for the conclave for the SNT empowerment for the tribal community on the occasions of the the birth anniversary of Bhagwan Birsa Munda. Dhanyavad, Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Datto sir. You have summarized the entire event and also presented the recommendations of this 2 days conclave. I think if it is implemented, I think through the science and technology empowerment of the tribal community can be really achieved. May I now request Honorable Minister, Science, Technology and Climate Change, Health and Family Welfare, Information Technology, etc., to address the delegates as the chief guest.
Good evening, all. Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Professor T.G. S. Shivaram, Director, IIT Guwahati. Dr. Bhagyapriya Datta, Advisor and Scientist, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. Dr. Vinita Srivastava, Advisor, MOTA, Government of India, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Dr. Ashish Kumar Mukherjee, Director, IASST, Institute of Advanced Study, Science and Technology. Srimati Senshang, Director, STEC and Additional Secretary, Government of India, Government of Assam. And my Vice Chancellors of various universities, Organizing Committee, members, officials from ASTC, STEC, IASST, Nectar, and IIT Guwahati. And my dear students and innovators, participants, at the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Union Minister Shri Jitendra Singh Ji and Department of Science and Technology and our Secretary S. Chandrasekhar, Government of India, for organizing this conclave in Guwahati. STEC, in active collaboration with IIT Guwahati, Institute of Advanced Studies, Science and Technology, and Nectar, is trying to make it successful in a very short notice. I have been told that in this two-day conclave, innovators and beneficiaries from 13 states have showcased their innovation. The roundtable of 7 vice chancellors from universities, 11 to the tribal community, must have set the tone for further improvement of the community. More than 400 participants who have been continuously working for the upliftment of tribal community has made this conclave a grand success. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. Department of Science and Technology initiatives through its various schemes like state Silkas, Silk Drive, Sales, STI Hofs, etc. The success stories of those schemes have been showcased here, and I am sure that this will help in sharing to exchange among various states and beneficiaries. For overall upliftment of the indigenous tribes, our state government, under the able leadership of Honorable Chief Minister, are actively implementing schemes related to education, health, and skill generation through craftsmanship, which has opened doors for self-employment generation. You will be happy to know that our government has recently created a separate department by the name Department of Indigenous and tribal faith and culture to preserve and promote the tribal faith and culture of the state. Science, Technology and Climate Change Department is also trying to help the tribal communities in the protected areas through green skill development programs, climate resilience activities near protected areas. Eradication of superstitious benefits through statewide programs like Sanskar, Manuhe Manuhar Babe, and by setting up science centers in the tribal districts along with the other districts. Very soon, our government is going to start program for the identifying traditional technologies and practices in rural areas, including places having larger tribal population. Those locations, specific technologies and required scientific intervention may contribute immensely towards improved livelihood of those communities. Aztec and under Science and Technology Climate Change Department is spearheading all those programs. In this conclave, tribal beneficiaries from the Manas National Park have actively participated in technical sessions where Aztec is implementing the activities of climate resilience. Besides, our department has been laying emphasis in spearheading a culture of S&T based innovation in the state, covering areas of traditional technology, agriculture, food processing, medicine, to name a few. Through such initiatives, not only in general population but also in marginalized section of society are getting benefited. Aztec stall in this conclave have demonstrated some of those initiatives. This scheme has been able to percolate in tribal-dominated districts like Karbi Alang and Dima Hasao, where indigenous innovation are given priority, which results in creating awareness on technology generation and development among the grassroots level innovators of both of districts. My department would like to have more focused programs on S&T empowerment of tribal population. Hope DST, Government of India will come forward to support Aztec to spearhead such activities. I already discussed these things with Secretary DST now. He is agreed to come forward. Before I conclude, my note of thanks and gratitude goes once again to DST and Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India, besides IIT Guwahati, Institute of Advanced Studies, Science Technology, Nectar, and Aztec for making out a wonderful platform at Guwahati for S&T empowerment of tribal peoples. I am sure that initiative being undertaken through this conclave will go long way in generating the scientific and technological mindset among the indigenous tribes of our country. Thanks, Bhagavan Bishamunda. I already share with our secretary. In my constituency, I already built one statue of Bhagwan Birsa Munda. He inspired us, our community, for go forward. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. You have always inspiring us for taking new challenges, and we'll always been benefited to take science and technology in the state to a higher level. So, may I request Director STEC and Additional Secretary, Government of Assam, Madam Kimni Changshan, to offer the vote of thanks.
All who are seated here are no longer in a hurry, so this may be the longest vote of thanks. Please don't mind. Honorable Keshav Mahanta, sir, Minister of Science, Technology and Climate Change, IT, Health and Family Welfare, respected Dr. S. Chandrasekhar, Secretary, Department of Science and Technology, respected Director IIT, Professor T.G. Sitaram, Dr. Debapriya, Advisor and Scientist, G, Department of Science and Technology, Srimati Vinita Srivastava, Advisor, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Director, IASST, respected Vice Chancellors, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are really pleased, I should say rather blessed, to have with us our Honorable Minister, sir, Sri Keshav Mahanta, for being with us, for making out time from his busy schedule to grace this valedictory session. His untiring support and guidance towards scientific upliftment of the society is really inspiring. Under his able leadership, various projects related to scientific awareness, ranging from construction of district science centers and planetariums across the state, up to eradication of superstitions through massive awareness programs, will always be written in golden words. Thank you so much, sir, for being the backbone of the entire scientific endeavor. Yes, he deserves a big hand. Without uttering the name of our Secretary, Dr. Sri Chandrasekhar, my vote of thanks will not be complete, though he is not here. We are really happy that sir could at least be with us for a few hours and witness and visited all the stalls, not a single stall he left, he missed. So we are so happy. So please do convey, I request Dr. Datta to kindly convey our greatest thanks, deepest gratitude to Secretary Sir. And I am really thankful to Dr. Debapriya Datta sir for his overwhelming support. And also I would like to mention Dr. Gopi Krishna, Dr. Konga, and the entire DST's team. And also Vigyan Prasar and Madam Srivastava. They have been really helping us in each and every steps. Their guidance in each and every step is the prime factor for the successful completion of this conclave. I'm really grateful to you all. My thanks goes to Dr. Dr. T.G. Sitaram, who is the Director IIT and the host. Sir, thank you so much for providing us the venue and your extensive support. We are really happy and will be indebted to you. I also thank Director Nectar and Director IASST and the whole team, Honorable Vice Chancellors, resource persons, and delegates,
officers from state councils for attending this conclave and making it a success. I thank the exhibitors and the distinguished invitees who have participated in this event. I also thank the DIPR and press for the publicity. Last but not the least, I convey my thanks and deep gratitude to all my fellow workers, officers and staff of Nectar, Vigyan Prasar. Again, I would like to name Madam Kinkini, who is really so actively involved, and she is the one behind making this conclave a success. I would like everyone to give a round of applause for Madam Kinkini. Because I'm a lady, I'm doing that, women power. So ma'am, thank you so much. And it would be wrong on my part if I do not mention to offer my vote of thanks, my heartiest thanks to my wonderful team, STEC. Joydeep Barua, starting with him, who is our anchor. Yes, I think we deserve a clap. Joydeep Barua, Hemango, Chandra Barua, Biman Barua, and all the members, if I name it will take time, members of STEC, with the amount of blood, sweat, and tears they have poured into ensuring a smooth success of this event. I would like to thank each and everyone, every person involved. I especially thank you for standing with me during this whole time. For the last 15 days we have been working, though we may not be able to satisfy everyone, but we tried our best. We did try our best, and we are happy. And please, I hope you will be also forget everything that is, in Hindi I should say, जो अच्छा है, अच्छा वाला ही याद करके जाना है. Go back with good memories, fond memories, like we also will do the same. And I thank all the people involved with the presentations, the exhibitions, the lighting, the sound and lighting, the event manager, the food caterer, and the cultural department. Yesterday we had a wonderful cultural evening. So I give my thanks to the cultural department and the students' organizations who has participated in the cultural program yesterday. Finally, I conclude with my vote of thanks with this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Once again, I thank all of you for your kind attention. Thank you so much. Have a safe journey back. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. With this, we are coming to the conclusion of 2 days conclave on science and technology empowerment of tribal community. Thank you all once again. Our Honorable Minister would like to have a glimpse of the exhibitions we organized. I request all the exhibitors kindly to be there for some time, and our Honorable Minister will be visiting the exhibitions to have a glimpse of it. Thank you all once again.